So if you live in the general Puget Sound area, North Seattle, Everett, the East Side, you've probably been hearing all sorts of things about how hot the market is. And that's certainly true in some neighborhoods. We're seeing $500,000 homes get bid up $150,000. We're seeing $1.2 million fixer-upper listings. People are offering $400,000 over and still not being the winning bidder. Buyers can be getting frustrated. Oftentimes, these popular hot homes have 20 or 30 offers on them, and 19 or 29 buyers are going to be disappointed that their offer was not accepted. Of course, as a seller, if you were in that situation, you'd certainly be pleased to have so much interest in your home and ideally an excellent price and terms, but that doesn't mean you can just sell your house for anything and have it go. On the less talked about, less glamorous side, things that are kind of out of favor right now with the market, they're just not as hot. For example, a lot of people are going to the countryside and a lot of people want more space. So smaller homes and condos are a little bit less in favor, and homes in the Seattle city limits, for example, are moving a little bit slower. So just depending on where your home is and how desirable it is in the current marketplace amongst buyers will determine a lot of your selling experience. Nevertheless, there are some common elements to keep in mind. And so today we're going to be going through some things about the market, and you'll find out a little bit more about the home selling process and what that looks like right now. So a lot of people are wondering, should I wait to sell my home? The idea is we expect prices to continue to rise, and if they do, I could just get more and more money the longer I wait to sell, right? And another problem a lot of people are having is, what about my next home? Where am I going to move? If it's so hard to buy a house, where am I going to live after this home sells? And we certainly don't want you to be homeless. So let's talk a little bit about this particular issue and why you shouldn't necessarily wait to get your home sold. Selling your house when there are fewer homes available to buy puts you in the driver's seat. Right now, there are a lot more buyers than there are sellers, so that means you can set your price and terms. It's a powerful combination, making this an optimal time to sell if you're ready. Whether you want to move up or move down, here's a breakdown on supply and demand and why it's this imbalance in the current housing market that positions you right now to make your next move. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is that high buyer demand. It's very strong right now, and Showing Time is the software program that we real estate agents use to schedule our listing or our showings for buyers. It's the calendaring program that makes us all get there at different times. And that tracks the average number of showings on each residential property. They recently announced that buyer showings are up 51% compared to the same time last year. And Daniel Cherkasky, the Chief Analytics Officer of Showing Time, has this to say: as anticipated, demand for real estate remains elevated and continues to be affected by low levels of inventory. On average, each home is getting 50% or more requests compared to January of last year. So this is a year over year, 2021 versus 2020. As we head into the busy season, which is spring, it's likely that we'll push into even more extreme territory until the supply, the number of homes for sale, starts catching up with demand. What we're experiencing right now is a lot of buyer demand because of the low interest rates. However, there's low inventory. That means not very many houses are available for these buyers to choose from. So because buyer demand is so high, the market is running out of homes for sale. Realtor.com recently reported that nationally, the inventory of homes for sale in January had decreased by 40% over the past year. That's a higher rate of decline compared to the 39% drop in December. So basically, there are much fewer homes available for people to choose from. The National Association of Realtors reveals that while home sales are skyrocketing, the inventory of existing homes for sale is continuing to drop dramatically. Homes are essentially selling as fast as they're hitting the market, and we're certainly seeing that here in King County right now. We have an average of 7 days on market, and in Snohomish County we have an average of 6 days on market. And the reason that's even as long as it is because the listing agents are slowing down the market. Instead of taking that deal that comes the first day the home is up for sale, I've been out showing property where we'll show it in the morning and we'll get an announcement even before we get home to make an offer that the home has already gone under contract. So things are happening very quickly unless the agent says, we're going to give everybody who's interested a chance to take a look at it. And then at the end of the week, we'll look at the 20 or 30 offers that have come in and choose the best ones. So you can see here this graph. This is the national inventory of existing homes compared to new construction. And there are just fewer and fewer homes available on the marketplace. And of course, this is coming into spring where we're going to have more and more buyers hitting the marketplace as well. So let's talk about home builders. This is new construction. At this time, home builders are increasing their construction for 2021, but they certainly can't keep up with the growing demand from buyers. So while reporting on inventory of the newly constructed homes, the Census Bureau pointed out that the seasonally adjusted estimate of new houses for sale at the end of December was 300,000, which represents a supply of 4 months at the current sales rate. And here again in Seattle, in the Seattle area, we have between 1 month and half a month of inventory in the various markets. So if we stopped bringing any new homes to the market, we'd sell out in a matter of 2 to 4 weeks. So what does this mean for you as a seller? If you're thinking about putting your house on the market, don't wait. A seller will always negotiate the best deal when demand is high and supply is low. And that's exactly the case for what we have in the market right now. Now, as the year progresses, as we get further along through 2021, and hopefully things start to get back to normal, we expect to see, as things return to normal, that more houses will be coming on the market. There are a certain number of people who are not selling right now because of the uncertainty and the instability that they feel because of everything that's in the news. And so as that settles back down, normalcy returns. Those sort of pent-up houses that have been being held back while we're in these times will then be brought to market.